Back to one of our top stories you'll see running at the bottom of your screen, and there it is, breaking news coming in this morning. Vytjie Mentor has passed away at the age of 58. It's well understood that she has been ill and in hospital for several months now. Someone who worked very close with her, of course. She was a member of his party, Action SA President Herman Mashaba, joining us this morning. Mr. Mashaba, good to have you with us. Unfortunately, the circumstances are very, very sad this morning. Just give us your initial reaction on the news. We'll talk about her legacy in a moment. Just your reaction from Action SA to her passing.
Yeah, good morning, Gareth, and your listeners and viewers. Devastated, I think you can imagine. We were being woken up at 5, and as soon as I saw the phone from Vytjie's daughter, I really got a shock of my life, and unfortunately, she gave me the news that I dreaded. Unfortunately, yes, the family received the news of her passing at 3 o'clock. She got the news just before she called me. Obviously, I believe she passed on at 3 this morning. It's really very unfortunate. As you are aware, she's been in hospital, in ICU for the last 2 months. And unfortunately, she was unable to really come out of her current health challenges.
Let's just talk about what Vytjie Mentor meant as far as state capture is concerned, where there were critics, we're all aware of them, of how she came out talking about state capture, but certainly being credited and lauded, Mr. Mashaba, about being one of the first voices to come out and talk about state capture, talk about corruption, talk about the Guptas all those years ago. So important for whistleblowing in our country, isn't it?
Well, without any doubt, that's the reason why Action SA, me in particular, when after launching Action SA in 2020, when Vytjie dropped me a note, I'd never met her before. I've read and admired her from a distance, and I started engaging her. And as you can imagine, for the last almost 2 years, I've had an opportunity to work very closely with her. We have Senate meetings at least, obviously, once a month. Officially, but I think once a week or so there'll be an issue that we address. And I think she actually overproved to me of her commitment in fighting corruption. She's really proved to me as a woman to really be a woman of substance, someone robust, someone that loved this country and loved it immensely. Looking at her political career from the age of 14, then the new South Africa emerged in 1994. She thought we are going to have social justice in our country. Unfortunately, discovered in the process that her colleagues were involved in corruption, and she was brave enough, despite the attacks unleashed against them, including the manipulation of a contribution to the Zondo Commission. But she's always said to me, Herman, you know what, whether one day while I'm still alive or not, this whole issue will come out. There's people who've tried to really destroy her, because you can imagine from the time she obviously exposed the role of the Guptas in government, she became literally public enemy #1, including her personal life being really threatened. But she stood by her words, stood by her position, and she found Action SA to be equally committed to fighting corruption. I'm sure people are aware of my role as the 3 years I'm the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg. That actually really, Vytjie and I really got even so closer, because talking about corruption, for us, we were talking from real experience of the corruption of the ANC and the role that the Guptas have played, because don't think the Guptas played the role at national level. The city of Johannesburg was at the center of the Gupta's state capture.
And it was all as well as a result of having those conversations with Vytjie Mentor. Mr. Herman Mashaba, Action SA President, appreciate your time this morning. A terrible loss to your party, no doubts, and condolences as well. The passing, that breaking news you can see of Vytjie Mentor has passed away at the age of 58.